I got an email from a lady that I'd never met, wondering if I would be interested in earning some money. For the record, I love that question. I always say yes to that question. The job was moderating a book club for 6 fifth grade girls and their mothers. She suggested that each family pay $40 a session, so that would be $240 a month to find and read a book, come up with discussion questions, and meet with the group. It sounded fun, and I had done much stranger things for much less money. So I gave her a call. Oh wait, first I Googled her. I read the article about the Japanese-inspired eco-redesign of her 4-story San Francisco Edwardian home, scrolled through the accompanying photos of her master bedroom overlooking the Presidio National Park, where the skylights were designed with custom German glass embedded, with cells that acted as solar power magnets, and I checked out the modern art wall piece in the living room, which was a 3D mural of 20 inflatable see-through plastic pillows. And then I got her husband's name from the article, then I Googled him. And then I Google image searched him for some reason, then I gave her a call. Her name was Janet, and she sounded super cool. I was going to say super cool for a rich lady, but I'm better than that, finally. I had left that funny shit behind way back in my mid-30s. I liked that I had something that Janet wanted, and she and I had an instant rapport that I attributed to both of us feeling so proud of the cultural divide that we were bridging. Two different kinds of white ladies, pioneers. She said that she had read my books, and she knew that I had a young child, no health insurance, no retirement plan, and a garbage bag taped to my bedroom wall to seal out a mold outbreak until I could afford to have it fixed. The luxury of new drywall, the Beth Lisick story. She even said that when I came over, I could park in her driveway. Later that month, when I pulled my dented Hyundai Elantra to the back bumper of her pristine jet black Lexus, I felt like it was symbolic of the bond that we were forging. Over the next 9 months, we read books I loved at that age, like The Bridge to Terabithia and I Am the Cheese and The Phantom Toll Booth, as well as new books that they had recommended or that librarians recommended or friends of mine who were authors recommended. They ordered pizza, and the house helper lady, not the maid, not the nanny, but the other one, would make a salad, and we'd eat with our plates in our laps in the modern plastic pillow room, and no one got bent out of shape about using coasters. The girls were all adorable and smart and polite, and the moms were kind and respectful and complimentary. It was a little strange going from mansion to mansion each month, hearing about the other things in their lives, like Mandarin lessons and ballroom dancing and Paris again, and fostering a baby elephant in Kenya and sailing underneath the Golden Gate Bridge repeatedly, and yet another trip to the private screening room at Skywalker Ranch. But not one thing about it really pushed my class issues button in a negative way. They were classy, they were rich, they were incredibly privileged, and they were cool. At the end of the school year, they decided to end the group. It was generally agreed upon that it was hard on everybody's crazy schedules, but I stayed in touch with some of the moms, and one of them even took me out to a fancy lunch on my birthday. No big deal, I have to do it. That summer, I got a call from another mom at the same private school. She was wondering if I could facilitate a book club for 3rd grade girls. Well, why not? You know, I was good at connecting with the kids. Maybe I could even have more than one group going at a time. I could start this little business, being the kind of quirky boho artist lady. Many youth children who went on private tours with Pixar for their birthdays. I started doing the math in my head. $240 a month, I mean, maybe 4 groups a month. I mean, that would almost buy me health insurance. She said that she wanted to interview me over the phone, which was fine, though she put me on hold for about 10 minutes of the 20-minute call, but she was in finance, so she was a busy lady. Great, I said, when it seemed like we'd wrap things up. So, when did you want to schedule the first meeting? It would be before I decide if this is a good fit, Beth, I'd have to meet you in person first, she said. Can you come to my office downtown this afternoon? Oh, I'm so sorry, I have to go pick up my kid. You're a mom? You're a mother? You have a son? How are you going to make this work? Do you have childcare? Wait, you live in Berkeley? This sounds very difficult, Beth. Well, I want to meet as soon as possible because I really want to get moving on this. Yeah, I thought, let's get proactive about moving forward to increase our synergy on this book club. Sure, I said, I will come in tomorrow. And what I'd like to see from you, Beth, is a resume, a list of potential books for the first meeting and a synopsis of each book. The minute I stepped into her office the next day, I could tell the receptionist hated working there. You know that look like somebody's been slowly grinding your face into the carpet while hissing into your ear just the exact insults that hurt you the worst as a kid? She had that look. When Melinda finally emerged, I probably gasped just the tiniest bit. Choices. People certainly do make interesting choices, I thought, sizing up the mobility of her face as she began to speak. Everything about her was so tight. Her hairstyle, her clothes, her skin. I'm sure that she was having similar thoughts about me and my general looseness. I gave her the info that she wanted, and after 15 minutes or something that I really have blocked out, because no doubt I was trying to please her and I was not really in my body, she said that she decided she would try me out for a session to see how it went. The night of our first meeting, a babysitter was on her way to my house, and I was sitting on the toilet, simultaneously puking into the sink. I think I still might be able to make it, I thought. I called the woman and told her how violently ill I was finally. Beth, we're supposed to meet in less than an hour, and you're just calling me? This literally just happened to me 20 minutes ago. I'm so sorry, I said. Well, I wish you could have given me more notice. It's going to be really hard to get a hold of everyone. I was thinking that maybe it would pass, but I think that I have food poisoning or something. Be really hard to reschedule, so maybe my gut was trying to tell me something about her. I tried a different tack. Melinda, I am vomiting at the same time that I am having diarrhea. I mean, it's really bad. I didn't need to hear the details, Beth. Okay, why don't I just email you the discussion questions I typed up in a minute. Oh, okay, I gotta go. I'll send them to you again. I'm so sorry. When the next month came around, I overly communicated with Melinda so that she would know that I wasn't a flake, which totally annoyed her, but I'm sure that if I hadn't done that, that would totally annoy her too. I had the girls read a book called Year of the Panda, about a boy in China who adopts an orphaned panda. I arrived at the giant colonial Laurel Heights home, and the first thing that I noticed was a heavy, formal vibe, even as I rang the doorbell. Bing bong! It's like one of those doorbells with real chimes. The house help lady answered the door without making eye contact, and she offered to take my coat. Sadly, she also had the face in the carpet look. There was a round table set up in a corner of the enormous foyer that had a white tablecloth and purple place settings, a purple helium balloon tied to each chair, and purple goodie bags, like a fancy girl's tea party. I peeked into the dining room. The long table was set in muted earth tones with potted orchids, 2 forks, plates, chargers, stemware for water and wine. I honestly thought that this must be for some event that they were having maybe the next day. Where was the pizza? I could hear the girls upstairs playing as the moms came out to greet me. They didn't look much different from the moms in the other group. Everybody was just very reserved, not warm. I overheard Melinda. Well, I don't know. I guess she could sit in here with us, or maybe she should sit out there with the girls. Is there a place setting for her? I mean, honestly, I didn't think about it. It was decided that it was easier for me to squeeze in with the adults. The Chardonnay came out, and we were served an incredibly delicious Salvadorian meal with like 5 different components to it, and I listened politely while the women around me talked. Oh, Hawaii was great, one said, but I left my new Gucci sunglasses at the Four Seasons. Followed by, I'm not kidding. You're kidding me! We're going to the Four Seasons this weekend! Wouldn't that be amazing? I could just pick them up and bring them back for you. Let's call Rolf. He's a concierge, right? And she takes out her phone looking for Rolf's number. Finally, it was decided we should get on with the book club. We moved to the formal living room, and I was finally introduced to the girls who were in the other room the whole night up until then. They were cute, but they were pretty shy. Only 2 of the moms had read the book, and they all sat on chairs on one side of the room, totally cartoony, like the committee of judges from Flashdance. While the girls gathered close to me on the couch. I couldn't help but notice that Melinda's daughter, Celeste, didn't seem into it at all. She was kind of spacey in the way that some kids are, maybe when they're tired. You know, she was just kind of a dreamer, and she was clutching this enormous, expensive-looking stuffed animal panda that her mom had bought for her just for that night. Melinda practically twitched with anxiety as all the other girls chimed in about different endangered species or facts that they learned about China or what they had thought about the boy in the book, and her daughter Celeste did not say a word until she announced that she had to go to the bathroom. You just went a few minutes ago, her mom said from across the room. I want you to wait till the end of the discussion. But it's not for me, she said. It's for my panda. My panda has to go to the bathroom. Celeste, the ambulance is coming, Mommy. He's gonna get on the panda ambulance. He's getting on the panda ambulance now. And the girl took her bear, went upstairs, and never came back. Melinda sat there fighting the urge to go after her, but instead chose to maintain her decorum. The night ended weird. The moms were like holograms, but the girls were comfortable around me, and that's all that matters, I thought. I can deal with this. The next day I received a phone call from Melinda. She thought that based on my performance the night before, they would like one more trial session, but they would like to renegotiate my fee. From now on, each family would pay me $10 less per session. We don't thought you seemed a little green, she explained. I thought it went really well, I said. The girls seemed to have a good time, and I thought we talked about some interesting stuff. But this is the first time you've done this. Well, no, you got my name from the other woman at your private girls' school who recommended me. But this is your first time with this age group. Yes, I was forced to admit, I've never before led a book club for 8-year-old or 8-year-old girls. It still seems very generous to me, she said. I mean, the books aren't very long, and we're giving you an opportunity to get paid to learn a new skill. I mean, this could potentially be a very profitable business for you. And if you play your cards right, if you get in with this circle, I imagine my private school book club empire again. Maybe, she went on, you're getting the opportunity to be invited into our homes and have a wonderful hot meal served to you. And that was it. There was just something about the way she said that sentence, hot meal. You know, I picture myself like a Depression era. I told her I was sorry, but I wouldn't be able to work with her anymore. And then the weirdest thing happened. She balked, she backpedaled, she stumbled, she brought my fee up $5 more. She really wanted me. And then I realized that if I quit, it would make her look bad to the other moms. So I just quit some more. And I've never come in contact with Melinda Creighton, Power Broker, again. But I do think of Celeste, the tiniest, quietest book club member sometimes when I know that I should honor that feeling in my gut and just bail out. I think, man,